Hello, it is Conrad again with more Java tips. This time we will be learning how to use a counting variable in for loops or any other kind of loops, and this is part of iteration. Basically, a counting number or a counting variable is set before the loop, but it can be set like this during the loop. And the variable increments by a number of the programmer's choice each time the loop repeats. That's why it's called the counting variable, but it can also decrement or whatever you want. I'm going to show you two examples here. Example 1 is right here. Basically, x is the counting variable, x is equal to 1, and then while x is less than or equal to 5, we do this loop. This loop keeps happening until x is equal to 6. X increments every time, so you add 1 to x every time this loop goes through. So it will stop eventually once it reaches 6. That's why it's called the counting variable. It keeps going up. This keeps printing x every time the loop goes through. So it will print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all on different lines because each time the loop goes through, x is 1 higher. Here on the second example, we have another variable, sum, so that will be used, and int x is the counting variable this time. This int x is different from this int x because they're in different for loops. Int x is equal to 1, x is equal to 10, well, while x is less than or equal to 10, basically. So we will do this. This will happen as long as x is less than or equal to 10, and every time this happens, x increments by 1. We could change that to 2 or anything. We can change the number it adds. And so sum, which is 0, equals sum, which is 0, plus x for the first time is 1. So sum is equal to 1 on the first time, but then the second time the loop goes through, x increments to 2. So if x is equal to 2, that is less than or equal to 10. So sum is now 1 because of the last time. So 1 equals 1 plus x, which is now 2. So sum will equal 3. And this keeps going because x is constantly less than 10. But once x equals 11, that's not less than or equal to 10. So it will stop. And then once this for loop finishes, it will print this. And that is, the sum would be 55. So let me compile that, and we're going to test that. Example 1 printed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like it would, like it should have. And example 2 printed 55. That's good. Now we're going to go back and answer some questions. Does a counting number continue to increase after the loop has ended? No, it does not, because the counting variable only increases inside of the loop. So it can't increase once the loop has ended. As you can see right here. Then, can a method use a counting number if the for loops inside of a different method? Well, no. It would not recognize the variable because they're in two different methods. So two completely different methods. And then, can a counting variable increase by more than 1? Yes, it depends on what you set it to. It doesn't have to be x equals x plus 1. It can be x equals x plus 2 or anything you want. It's your choice. The programmer does what he wants. Once again, the goal is to understand the use of counting numbers and to learn how to use them effectively in a for loop. Thanks for watching.